Let's see. So we're on. y'all forgive us now. We not used to just talking to like nothing. We are really blowing hot air right now because that's the only thing that we see.
God.
Like.
Oh my God. Like,
so.
if any of you know us in real life, you'll know that both of us are the most awkward.
Like,
for us to join forces in awkwardness and do this podcast.
Honey, it's blind leading the blind. We just gonna lead the way. Happy New Year, everyone! Hi. My name is Cece.
And I'm Lady Luna.
And we are blowing hot air on all things HBCU related, band culture, black band culture, you name it, everything. The whole thing. I'm so super duper excited. Starting off with our hot piece. Southern University Marching Band represented the Rose Bowl parade this year. Super duper exciting. And this is coming off of Alabama State, which actually did it last year. They became the first HBCU to lead the Rose Bowl. For those of you who don't know, the Rose Bowl parade happens every single year on New Year's Day, and that is just monumental. I mean,
it's that break into mainstream.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, back in the holidays, we had Morgan State do the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. I believe they led that parade too, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely,
it was a good performance.
Yeah, it was one of the first performance. Actually, I think it was the first performance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. And that's crazy. Like, so many different bands. Yeah, so many different bands nowadays are being recognized more so within our culture. So it's great. And then also, guys, Hampton University went to Italy. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, when was the last time we heard of a marching band in Europe? I think the last time I heard of a HBCU band in Europe was like FAMU in Paris.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and then they also became the first HBCU marching band to march at that New Year's parade that they did in Italy. So that's crazy.
Yeah, I might be thinking of the Heat Street Band though, so just don't quote me.
Right.
And then in the end of December, Southern actually also appeared in Lizzo's Good as Hell video.
Sure did. Yes. Oh my gosh, she did a remake of her
breakout single.
Yeah, her breakout single that she actually recorded. Listen, Lizzo actually recorded this a couple of years back, but no one actually heard it because no one really knew she existed a couple of years back. So when she got an opportunity, she said, "Hey, ain't nobody heard it the first time.
I think it started because she heard them playing it. Like they did it at one of their.
No, that was Tennessee State.
That was Tennessee State.
Tennessee State played "Truth Hurts" on the field.
Okay.
One of their home.
Yeah, and
I think it was their homecoming or something like that, and she covered it on her Instagram. Saying, black man, she has, much respect to HBCU bands. Saying that to hear her music being played by the entire Piccolo section, like now they got an Instagram, girl. Like, what?
Awesome things,
TSU,
Piccolo.
Tennessee State. And as a matter of fact, Tennessee State has been doing some really good things. I really love them this season. I love, like, they were drilling for the Lord, okay? Like, their precision drills have been really good this season. Who are the other people you like this season?
For this season, I mean, I got a soft spot for FAM.
Yeah, of course.
So I like what they've been doing. Some of the other people that I've looked
at FAM too.
Yeah.
Like I'm very, very impressed with their numbers this year. Like they've been steadily growing, getting back to that sort of, what we've come to know from the Marching 100. So I'm excited to see where they go.
Under one of the, what is it? one of the more historic moments. Their first female drum major is graduating this year.
Yes, they sure. Yes, she sure is. You can go follow her.
Corey Bostic, right?
Mm-hmm. Corey Bostic. You can go ahead and follow her Instagram.
Yeah, that was an exciting bit.
Oh my gosh! Like,
yes, that was awesome. Other than fam, I've liked a lot of the stuff I've seen Jackson State do. Okay. And I have one Facebook friend that, Grambling is his heart and soul, and I have to look at a couple more of their videos, but from what I've seen of Grambling, they did okay. They did pretty good.
Yeah,
they did pretty good.
I mean, I haven't really seen all of what they do, so I'll leave my my
final thoughts into too much, end. But
of course, I'm always gonna rep for the Marching Pride, the great Bethune-Cookman University Marching Wildcats. What actually surprised me about their season is, this year in particular, that I've seen them showcase a lot of new material, which I was very, very excited about. Especially some of the materials they actually have a little bit of behind the scenes that they've been featuring student composers.
Yes, these last 2 years, y'all been doing
definitely.
That.
So I'm excited about what's to come from my wonderful Marching Wildcats. I'm just so
what I'm excited
so
for?
Biased.
You know what I'm excited for? When Florida Memorial University gets a full marching band.
What?
Yes. My HBCU.
Ooh,
we're getting a full football team, and now we have a marching band. I know we don't have the publicity of all of y'all, but we have a marching band. We took it from a 2-piece and a biscuit all the way to the whole warm up. We had the whole warm up band. Basketball season was our thing, but we are going to have a full marching band, and I am excited to see what my school does.
Right, awesome. We're gonna definitely talk about that coming later. But first off, you guys have heard us a little bit of rambling on with the HBCU love. Yes, we are all about HBCU. So this podcast is called Blowing Hot Air, and we're gonna definitely be blowing it up. Whatever the bands are there, y'all better come correct, because we will be talking about your program, including my own, which, hey, I love y'all.
Somebody's got to do it.
Right, but somebody has to, someone has to really just, shed some light on Black musicianship and just the HBCU band culture, because I think it's a side that people don't really understand, don't really know, or don't really see. It's not in the forefront of
if you went to a PWI, you don't really get as much of the feeling of what we did going to a HBCU.
Right.
They'll go or they'll jam to the bands and they'll root for some of what we got going on, but mostly they know the bands and we went to the Black school.
Right. So like she said, the PWIs normally during halftime, y'all go downstairs and go and get your your nachos and your lemon chills.
This your beer break.
That's your beer break, right? And you could go and repaint your war face or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But at HBCU band,
halftime and showtime, baby.
Halftime and showtime. You definitely don't want to go to the bathroom during halftime. You want to go during that second 2 minutes before the end of a second quarter, because you know that the band is going to show up and show out. And whatever school that you go to, you rep hard for your school, you rep hard for your colors, you rep hard for your band. And, we come correct every time. And so we definitely want to highlight those things. And then also, too, we are all about community involvement. And so just highlighting our talents. I play clarinet and
I play flute and piccolo.
Okay, so dang, just had to rub it in. The 2 instruments to one. Dang. I play a little bit of bass clarinet.
She plays saxophone too. Don't let her lie to you.
Okay.
We're not going into individuals here. We're talking primary instruments.
Right. So, we both do our thing musically. So we're definitely going to show our ventures out into the community. Me in particular, we're both have been instrumental coaches at our local high school, the high school that we marched at. And so just highlighting some stuff that we've done locally, and then also highlighting things that we've done, throughout our studies, and then throughout some of my travels. I've done a few things music related, and then also in the future, possibly you will see us awaken.
We gotta get the Amsha right before we try that. We can't talk all that mess without a little bit of oof. Mm-hmm.
But please believe we got y'all. Mm-hmm.
Look, just know it's all in love.
right.
Because I'm gonna need a little love before y'all sit here and pick at me up and down these internet streets, okay?
Right.
But
step at the 50 though. Step at the 50 when I lose 50. When I lose the 50, then we could beat you. Then you could beat me at the 50.
You give me that knee surgery and we'll be all right. All right.
Right.
I hit you with some sweet 45s after a painkiller, but I'm not playing with you. No, ma'am.
Right. So, just talking about, and also community development, but then also just highlighting Black musicianship, because so many people think that all we do is rap and grind. Like, that's not all Black musicianship is about,
R&B.
or R&B or jazz or whatever,
Yeah. I mean, for now, not for now, but more recently, the highlight of Black musicianship has been more on the hip hop and R&B genres, and not necessarily on things that we've been historically prolific at.
Right.
Which is Black Mozart.
Right.
Which is jazz, which is
anything.
Bluegrass, which is rock.
We invented everything. Rock and roll. So me not lie to these people. We invented everything. Everything son. Rock and roll, child, just you name it.
We've had a hand in
it. And the banjo was invented by a Black man. Like we have so much more to offer the performing arts space.
Mm-hmm.
And there are so many people who aren't being recognized because the main thing that's pushed in the media is the hip hop side, and ain't nothing wrong. I like the bop, But at the end of the day, I think that all art should be celebrated, and all musicianship should be celebrated. We do
ourselves a disservice when we put our own selves in a pocket.
Right. And so that's what we're here to highlight. This clarinet player, flute piccolo player, we're not considered the norm, if that makes any sense. And I think that's doing a disservice to what musicianship should be.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's who we are. That's what Blowing Hot Air, and then of course serving up the sass as well. We're all about having fun. So actually, let's see. So we're on. Y'all forgive us now. We not used to just talking to like nothing. We are really blowing hot air right now because that's the only thing that we see.
God.
Like,
oh my God. Like, if any of you know us in real life, you'll know that both of us are the most awkward.
Like,
for us to join forces in awkwardness and do this podcast.
Honey, it's blind leading the blind. We just gonna lead the way.
We just gonna go into it. Right. We walking out there, and we just gonna go ahead and try this, and we hope these internet streets don't drag us too bad.
Right.
And like I said, it's all in love.
Right, absolutely. And if you are shameless plug. If you are a local business or Black owned business that are interested in working with us, provided we maintain our consistency and get some sort of notoriety, that if you're interested in working with us to help our brand as well as help obviously your brand to grow, being a local or small business, Black owned business, we would love to work with you guys, and I think that we can do this together. I know that we can do this together.
I was about to say we have growth projections.
Absolutely. We have the numbers. Come see us. If there's one thing I'm good at is when I put my mind to it. We got all our ducks in a row as far as that is concerned.
She is very motivational when it comes to doing things, because I was supposed to have a nap like 20 minutes ago. So yes, we will make sure everything gets done in order. And I'm just honestly very analytical. So if there's something that you need or that we need and we can work together and it's a win-win for everybody, we're open to it.
Yeah, why not? So let's move on to this this hot topic. So Honda Battle of the Bands. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Honda Battle of the Bands are, it is basically that is what it is, a battle of the bands, of marching bands,
it is the HBCU showcase.
Right, and for those of you who don't know what HBCU is, because we've been saying it a whole lot, we didn't give it a lot of context, it stands for Historically Black College or University. Mm-hmm. And then PWI is what we would call a
primarily white institution.
Okay, thank you. That was it, because I was about to say
primarily white institution.
Primarily white institution.
Or predominantly white. That's the word.
Predominantly white institution. And so there's no, there's no good or bad that comes with any of these terms. These are just simple terms that we use to identify.
Easy clarification.
Right, for clarification. And so what we want to focus on and highlight are the historically black colleges and universities. And so Honda, like the car
company
they sponsor an event in Georgia at the Georgia Dome annually that features or spotlights 8 of the 100 some odd HBCU marching bands there are, and they select 8. There are panelists of judges, you have to vote or whatever. And so this year's top 8 are, they're phenomenal. They've definitely been doing their thing throughout the seasons. I can picture a couple of them who I'm really, really excited to see their shows and to see their growth from the beginning of the season, the beginning of marching season. What I refer to marching season is synonymous with the football season. So like the college football season, that's what I envision.
And that little bit right before concert band season starts, when everybody got us marching down the street.
Right. So
while everybody else is on Thanksgiving break, we are providing your entertainment.
Right. And holiday season.
What is it?
Christmas,
from about Thanksgiving until Martin Luther King Day.
Pretty much.
You got 3 Kings Day, you got the Christmas parades, you got the Thanksgiving Day
all the
parades,
50-11 Martin Luther King parades.
All of them.
All of it, yeah. So
Mango Festival. You got so you got all of your various parades in there. So it's honestly an extension of our season. So it's football season and
right. So a lot of people don't understand that, when you're a musician, there are certain like there's like a certain protocol that you have to follow. Like when you are performing, you're doing a performing art, right? So like all the different concerts and everything that you guys do during the holidays, someone has to be on the stage. Like somebody has to be playing the music. So it's entertainment for you all, but for the entertainers, it's work.
and do your local musicians a very, very good solid and give them enough time to practice. Do not ask us a week before your holiday showcase, can we put together a whole ensemble if this is not something that we do on the side as a regular basis. Like if we've been working on football season this whole time and you have a showcase coming up, we can't just come up with the whole show. Well, some bands can.
Yeah, it depends on the band.
And, the more mature bands, they're used to it. They have their sets that they can do. But typically, we're using those songs and selections for something else we have coming up. So give us enough lead time. that we can do you justice in your performances, because we're gonna sound good, but you may be mad because it's the show that you heard us do last week.
Folks be up in there. Could you we have our Christmas show. This is Friday, by the way. We have our Christmas show on Sunday. Could you possibly can you do an A and B selection? And by the way, I want this song and that song, but I don't have any
sheet music comes out of the thin air. And it's free.
Right. Feliz, we want to throw in Feliz Navidad and yeah, but that's normally the type of stuff that happened during the holiday season where you just, kind of thrown into things.
Yeah,
and most bands, where we came from a rigorous program, at least when we marched, and so we were prepared
there now.
for things like that. But with the thing, a program that's just starting out, they may not be used to that,
or a program that has been drastically defunded.
And that's a definite thing.
They will not be able to accommodate you on such short of notice because, like I said, sheet music ain't free. Arrangements are not free, and they are not something that just appear out of thin air. It takes a little bit of time to make a good arrangement. And if you want somebody that can do a good arrangement, original for you, and you want them to do it in a short period of time, please believe that you are going to pay them people. Triple digits or better.
Yeah, which leads me back to our Battle of the Band. So that's happening at January 25th. I think it's a Saturday, the last Saturday of this month. And so there, like I said, there are eight bands. You can go. We'll have links if you're watching on via YouTube. We'll have links in the description to where you can go and check that out if you're interested. If you're in the Georgia area or plan to be in the Georgia area, Atlanta, Georgia area, to go ahead and check that out. But
ticket prices are good too.
Yeah, $20.
You can legit for under $50. You going and you having a good time. Now I don't know what parking look like. Do not make me lie to you. But
that Georgia Dome off the chain. Anywho, so I'm really excited about seeing some of these bands. I know Fam is gonna be there. Tennessee State really surprised me this season with just the amount of drilling that they've been doing. They've definitely stepped it up as far as their field formations and things like that. I'm really, really impressed this year with them. And then of course, FAMU is gonna be there. That's a big hot ticket. They're representing the Florida.
The only of our 4 HBCUs to represent us in the Honda Classic. And then you got, you got Grambling, you got Benedict, you got Hampton, Jackson State, North Carolina A&T, and Prairie View. So and as you mentioned, Tennessee.
Right. So who do you think is gonna take this round?
Well, I mean, I'm voting home team, so I'm gonna go for Fam just because I want Florida to win.
Okay.
And like I said, soft spot.
Yeah, that's a soft spot for you. And then of course I'm a little salty because BCU is not going this year, but it's okay because we gotta have somebody get 1 year out of our 10. Just saying. Anywho,
don't worry, you go force one of our FAMU friends just to come and sit right here on the other side to get you and all your talking together. It's okay. It's okay.
It's good, but I'm just I'm sticking to the best and the pride. Hey, hands down, they are the most. Say whatever you want. They are the most consistent band that there is in our in our profession, in our HBCU.
I mean, when you've been indoctrinated with that, of course you believe that. But I'll give it to y'all. Y'all are
like our drills are always on point.
That's because y'all do 2 drills.
Nah,
but y'all go downfield and then y'all let the drummers play.
Lord have mercy. That's just our interest. We've been doing more things this year.
Last year. Like I said, this year, last year, y'all have been. But that whole most consistent thing, that is the most consistent thing about Bethune. Y'all go march down the field and y'all go let the drummers play. about half the show.
I can't with y'all.
Whatever.
I can't with y'all haters.
Oh, it's not. It's review your tapes, baby. You went to school there. No, but
that's a lot though. Yeah, I'm watching you.
Whatever. I'm rooting for Fam to win, and then if Fam can't get it, I want to see Jackson State get it.
Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, they FAMU is. I must admit, even though again I'm a little salty, but you know this is giving all fairness to all of my HBCUs, and it's all in love. You know, I love my HBCUs. But FAM, they have really impressed me this year with their amount of growth and just their, you know, not only just growing in size, but also growing in the musicianship. I'm really excited for the future musicians that are going to come out of that program. I'm excited for, well, just the future of the program itself. I think that Dr. Lord Chipman has been doing a great job. Yes. As a matter of fact, I thought, did he do a, no, he didn't do a talk this year at Midwestern Clinic. Who was that? But I know he was there.
That is out of my box. I don't
know.
Sorry.
But yeah, so I've seen, you know, context. The Midwestern Clinic is basically an event at Chicago for band directors and music educators that they go and they just talk about different ways that they can use to inspire musicians across the country.
So it's like a professional development clinic for musicians?
Kind of like that, but they have like other venues. It's more like a convention. They have different vendors, like vendoring goes. It's a big convention.
Oh, okay.
And so that's. Yeah, they have performances there. There are a couple of YouTubers I follow actually that have done performances there. I'm actually, that's one of my big goals for, I don't know if we're gonna do it for this year, but definitely 2021 to attend Midwestern Clinic as Blowing Hot Air and really just get the word out there for Black musicians as well as community involvement and outreach for the people, for less fortunate, we'll say, musicians. So moving on, our final thoughts.
No, not the final thoughts yet. I was looking for the calendar. Looking for the calendar.
Back.
Yes,
so we're going back to So
Florida. She talked about her HBCU. I'm gonna talk about. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm gonna talk about mine.
Right, there you go.
The Florida Memorial University.
Florida.
The only HBCU in Miami. I don't know why more of y'all don't come down here. It's warm. But our homecoming. Most schools' homecomings are traditionally in the fall. Ours has historically been in the spring, but since, as I told you guys earlier, we have a football program coming in. I think 2021 is when it starts, if I'm not mistaken.
2020. This fall.
Oh, this fall. Yeah. Okay, this fall. So this will be our last spring homecoming. Yeah. Our homecoming happens every year within like the first, the second week of February. I'll get the links and put it in the bottom for those who want to attend the different events. We have the step show. We have everything you get from an HBCU.
And if you're listening via podcast platforms, then just check our social media. We'll start posting regularly, and you'll be able to get all of those links that we get on YouTube as well.
Yeah, so I'll make sure everything goes in there, but this will be our last spring homecoming, and I'm just so excited about that, and I want to make sure you all like go out, support your local HBCU if you're in the South Florida area, and just
because I heard they turn up. And I'll actually be going. I talked to some of my sorority sisters about it. They
yes.
think we'll be going.
yeah, my sorority sisters and I are going to have a ball at homecoming. I am a Zeta. So this is our centennial. Yes, it is my centennial.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I am going to be having a whole ball with all of my sorority sisters at Florida Memorial University's homecoming. Yes, we are going to show all the way out.
Right.
Love it. Live it. We love you. But I'll get you those dates. And what else did we have to add? I know we I feel like we missing one thing.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
What is it? Bear with us. We, as you see,
take all building for love.
And we take we take critique.
We don't have any ads. So this is right now we're super duper free. We're not gonna be doing advertisements or at least we hadn't had an advertisement here. You're gonna start seeing those as we progress and move forward. But one thing that we're really gonna pride ourselves from the get-go, and I want to say this and make sure we have record of it, is that we're people of integrity. We will definitely seek vendors and advertisers who really mesh with us. Like if we're not sold on something, or if we're not, we have no interest of even, wanting to do their product or their service, like it just won't appear here. Like I have to really love yo mama and them sock it to me cake in order for me to advertise it. Like whatever it is.
Just like you wouldn't want to advertise with us if you didn't agree with what we had to say.
Right.
We wouldn't want to put you in a bad light and take your money doing it. Like we wouldn't do that to you. Yeah. So yeah. And
I'm brutally honest. If you want me to review something, please prepare for the honest.
That's
review.
why I said take it all enough.
Right.
Because yeah, no, I'm trying. I'm working on it. I go to therapy. I'm just saying, let the people know.
All right. So,
ain't nothing wrong with it. A couple of them need to go, and maybe we'll all be a little bit better.
Okay. So, the only thing I was gonna say is, the piece of the week is, I really am loving Black Violin. As a matter of fact, we're in the Miami area, and so their tour comes here, I think in February. I would have to check my calendar to know for sure, but it's sometime in February. I think it's February 18th or something like that. They come in, and Black Violin, if you don't know, it's a duo group. One guy plays violin, the other one plays viola, and they're a hip hop, classical, contemporary group that base their beats off of the violin and viola. And so they were on Showtime at the Apollo, like way back in the day. I think when Steve Harvey was there, and they shut down the house. They shut down Amateur Night. They won like every night that they was there. They were undefeated, and they've just been making a ring and really challenging some of those norms that we think of when we perceive classical music. A lot of people, they shut their brain off when they think of, classical music and Mozart and this and that. But they've definitely been challenging the mold of what we can actually do with traditional instruments. And so I really, really love their message, and I love how they're inspiring people all over the world, especially people that look like us. And so their album just dropped. I think it was December, like the first week, like December 1st or something like that. So I listened to the entire thing. It's fire, man. Like, oh, so good. So be sure to check it out whenever you get a chance. And so is there anything else to add?
No, I think that pretty much wraps it up for our introductory episode. As you see, everything's still in the works, but we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. And
absolutely, let's sign off. For those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You'll also see more things from us. For those of you on the podcast formats, be sure to tune in whenever
we'll let you know post. Exactly when we get posted.
Right, absolutely. And so take care. Have a great one.